Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, then welcome. My name is Rachel and I am a disruptor in the accounting industry. I'm disrupting what it means to be an accountant, what it feels like to have an accountant, and I show you what the behind the scenes of running an accountancy practice looks like. I create long and short form content across YouTube, TikTok and Instagram, and so I would absolutely love to see you there, where I share daily behind the scenes content of what it's like to scale a business in your 20s. You can use the links in the description of this video to find me everywhere that you consume content. My content is literally driven by the content that I desperately needed at different points in my journey so far, and so this is very much by me for you. So if you've got any questions or content requests, pop them in the comments or pop me a DM, and that drives the content that I bring to you next. In today's video, I'm talking about how to pass your accountancy exams first time, where I'll be running through the importance of knowing your exam, question practice, using the run up to the exam well, and looking after your well-being and mindset during exam season. In this video, I'm going through just 4 of my top tips, so stay tuned for part 2 of this video. Now, if you're here because you are interested in becoming an accountant one day, but you're not certain if it's for you, I might have some information that can help you. So this video is sponsored by the CPAA. CPAA is a not-for-profit professional membership organisation focused on practicing accountants in the UK. They offer 2 qualifications designed specifically for those working in or aspiring to work in an accountancy practice. Each qualification has 3 exams which can be taken from home and only focuses on the skills and knowledge needed in practice. They are an excellent way to find out if accountancy is for you or to complement your existing studies. To find out more about the CPAA and their qualifications, you can visit their website using the link in the description to this video. So let's kick off by talking about how important it is to know your exam. So whether you're studying for the CPAA, ACA, ACCA or AAT, or actually any other qualification, the structure of your upcoming exam will be very similar to the same exam that has been sat year on year by other students. This is great news for you because this means that you can familiarise yourself with the structure of the exam and have a very clear understanding of what to expect in terms of the number and type of questions, marking allocations and timings across the questions. So if your employer is paying for you to study with an education provider, your tutor will no doubt be able to provide you with information and advise you on the points which come up in the exam every single time, easy marks to score, or areas that students regularly find quite tricky. Next up, let's talk about question practice. So this leads me very nicely on to my next exam top tip, which is practice makes perfect. For every exam you sit, there are many practice questions, past exam questions and past papers for you to access, and your study provider may also write new mock exam questions for you, which are prepared in line with how the actual exam will be written. So question practice is absolutely key, because firstly, it's an opportunity for you to apply what you've learned from your textbooks and your notes. So prioritising question practice also allows you to identify the areas that you might be struggling with, so that once you've practiced a few questions and identified the areas that you're struggling with, you can go back to your notes and recap those subjects which you struggled with the most. Finally, for certain exam questions, it might be that with each exam, the examiner is looking for certain pieces of information or phrases, perhaps relating to ethical considerations or ensuring that a disclaimer is included if you're having to write a report. And so by practicing the exam questions, you'll see the same bits of information that come up again and again until you become familiar with them. And of course, practicing questions to the time requirements of the exam will help you to master exam timing before the big day, so that you are able to give each question a fair shot. So let's chat about using the run up to the exam very, very well. So when you've got a full-time job and other life commitments to think about, sometimes it is all too easy to think, I'll revise for that exam closer to the time. And I want you to stop right there. Leaving your revision too late is a surefire way to lead you to feeling stressed and overwhelmed, which is not ideal when you've got an exam that week. Often, if you attend college or an online learning course with your study provider, these will be quite a few weeks before the exam. And so whilst it might seem way too early to start revising weeks before your exam, by getting ahead, you are giving yourself a proper chance to work through all of the content bit by bit and at your own pace. Practice questions and asking your colleagues or tutor for help, all whilst managing your job and looking after yourself too. So next up, we are on to looking after yourself, looking after your well-being and your mindset during exam season. We have all been there when it feels like there aren't enough hours in the day, and so we spend every spare second with our head in a book. It can be very, very easy to become all consumed by an upcoming exam and let the things we normally do slip to the wayside. Things like going to the gym, spending time with your family and friends, getting outside, getting some fresh air, taking your dog for a walk, or going to grab a coffee and a pastry on a Saturday from your favourite coffee shop can suddenly all feel less important than studying. My tip to you is to make these activities that you really enjoy as non-negotiable as studying. Yes, of course, you'll need to make some sacrifices when it comes to your social life when you are revising, but taking time out for yourself also allows you to reset and give your mind a bit of a break. Trust me when I say that by taking regular breaks, you're not only looking after your mind and body, but you'll no doubt come back to your revision feeling refreshed and positive, ready to go with a positive mindset, rather than coming back to it exhausted and fed up of having your head in a book. So that is a wrap. Today we've covered the importance of knowing your exam, question practice, using the run-up to your exam well, and looking after your well-being and mindset in exam season, which hopefully will have answered all of your questions about how to pass your accounting exams first time. Don't forget to keep an eye out for part 2 of this video. Please do let me know in the comments section what you found the most helpful. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, and I hope to see you again very soon.